So tell me about your dog.
Okay, my new dog, which is Crunch over here, is German Shepherd. He's 3 months old. He is doing the training now with our canines for to be my new service dog for post-traumatic stress and for seizures.
Okay, and what is that?
Post-traumatic stress, like what he's getting trained for, is when you've been, for him, from military, when you've seen and done bad things and now have issues with it. Okay. Most people always think of like flashbacks. That's only a part of it. It's more so on like trust issues and such. So that trying to think how to, without getting too much into the dog is going to be trained when he's done to remind me I'm in the here and now.
Okay. And
to help me cope with stuff and to help alert me to issues that might set me off in any way, to help keep me more calm.
Okay. So why did you decide to go with the German Shepherd?
My old dog is the one on the floor. It's a oldie bulldog. It's basically a small mastiff, and good dog, awesome, lovey, smart, everything else for it. But he had a lot of problems with health issues.
Okay. Because
of being a bulldog, and he had a lot of issues with like heat. He overheats. If it's high 70s, he can have a heat stroke and pass out, which is bad for a service animal because I can't take him outside in the summer, so it makes me more to stay home, and I can't leave without him because I need it as a service animal to do his taskings. And so we retired him, and I got the German Shepherd because they do great in the heat, they do great in the cold, they don't have health issues that he had and everything for it, so it's a lot more healthy. It's a traditional service animal,
right,
or a traditional working dog. German Shepherds are. Just a healthier bloodline, because I had so many issues with the other one. I mean, I loved him and he was great, but yeah, I had so many. He had like eye issues. He ended up going half blind. The heat issues. He had like skin problems, and it just got to the point where he wasn't able to do his job because of all the medical issues he's having.
Okay. So you've gotten Crunch, and you've had him for what now?
I think I've had Crunch 3 weeks, and in 3 weeks he's done phenomenal. He's pretty much housebroken. In about the first 7 days, he learned to sit, he learned to lay down, he learned to stand up on command, he learned to come on command, he learned his name, he learned to kennel, and he was housebroken.
Wow.
In 7 days. It's phenomenal how smart he is. I mean, it's great. He also does really, really good. I have a son that's 18 months old, so he's like a year old. So he's up and about, but he can't talk, and he likes to grab dogs and pull on them and poke them. And
typical
kid stuff. Yeah, he's a toddler. He's a small toddler. So, and the Crunch Shepherd here has been just phenomenal because he lets my son crawl on him and stuff, and he lets my son play with him, and he doesn't snap at him, he doesn't knock him down, he doesn't mouth him, he doesn't take food away from him. That's another thing he's already learned. Now in 3 weeks, he'll leave any food that you set down. He won't take any food unless it's pretty much given to him. He won't like come after you get food and everything for it. He'll sit down and wait.
Impressive. And you've done all the training?
No, I haven't. I've done all the training, but Barbara at EK9s, or not K9s, I'm not sure what EK9s are, but she's coached me on all of it, told me what to do and everything else for it. But I trained him at my house, but she comes over and says, okay, for the next couple of days, this is what you need to work on. Keep doing this, keep doing this, keep doing this, and I do it. She comes over a couple of days later and says, now we're going to do this, and so it's slowly working into a service taskings. And it's the training.
So any other military person that gets a dog, basically, with the help of someone, they could pretty much make their own service dog?
Yeah, I mean, they really can. It's all it takes is just time on working with the animal. It just takes the time, just spending time with it. Because and by doing that, it bonds with you and learns to love you. Like He's a lovey dog. He likes everybody, but he loves me. I mean, within the first 7 days, he had bonded to me. He wants to be with me all the time. He wants to follow me. He wants to be near me, which is good because that way he's learning more to pick up on my cues, like when I'm having issues and stuff like that. And he's learning to know my smells and my reactions and that stuff. So yeah.
Okay. So, when it's all said and done with his training, what will Crunch actually be able to do?
When we're done with the training on it, Crunch will be a seizure assist dog, which means he's going to be trained to fetch my medication when I have a seizure, which I need. I have to have my diazepam or I could die.
Okay.
So he'll be trained to fetch that from a pre-designated location. So it's always kept in the same place. So when I start feeling like I'm going to have a seizure, or if I do have a seizure before that, he knows to get that medicine and bring it back so that either I can take it or my wife or whoever's with me can help administer it so I can stop seizing. He will learn to, when I stop moving, to lick me, which is a tactile response, because it's like when you wake up, putting the water on your face makes you wake up faster. So he's trained to lick me on purpose, so I'll come to faster, so I'll be more alert quicker. And that makes it from being an hour groggy to being 10 minutes of groggy. It's a huge thing for that. He's going to learn a brace command, which is for ambulatory, which means he'll be able to spread his legs out and stiffen his back and brace so that I can use him to get up, and so he can help me get to some place to sit down on my sofa to lay down, so I'm not just like laying in the yard baking in the sun while he'll be able to help me move. That's the seizure side. For the post-traumatic stress side, he'll be trained to alert me to stuff. I'm trying to think of how to describe the taskings on it. When I start when my voice starts becoming elevated and like my pitch changes to start getting panicky, he'll be trained to come over and put pressure against me and lick me to try to bring me back to now, so I don't start slipping and start like breaking down or crying and stuff and getting into the wrong mindset. He'll be trained to trigger to stop that. He'll also be trained the same thing. It helps again for the medication, because in the same medication bag it'll be my calm down, don't kill people medication. He'll be trained to keep people at bay, but it's not like you're thinking for an attack dog to lunge at people and stuff. It's more on if I'm standing someplace in line, I have issues with people getting too close to me and crowd me that I start trying to panic. And so he's trained to like turn around and get behind me and the person behind me, just to make sure that they don't get into my space.
Okay.
So that they're
like at an ATM.
Yeah,
or
like if I'm in a line or like an ATM or something like that, or if I'm in like an elevator and I don't want people getting like real close to me because I start getting panicky, to where he'll one of the other things is lap me, and on command he'll walk circles around me to keep people away from me, and he'll get between wherever the people are on my side and just be a buffer zone, and then I can just be like, well, there's little excuses like, don't step on his toes, don't step on his feet. Like, oh, the dog, I don't want you to step on his toes or whatever, and that'll keep people farther back so they're not getting into my personal area thing that makes me, get adrenaline up and everything else, which gets more to a bad situation for the post-traumatic stress.
So you've already started on some of these things.
Yeah, we've already started on teaching him to stand on command, and we're slowly starting to work into doing his legs, to get him to stand up when he's told, and starting to get into to the brace commands, to where we'll start moving his legs apart to get him sort of brace, and teaching him that that's what he's supposed to do, not just stand up, but to brace. And we've already started working on fetch, to slowly build up to going to getting the medicine and bringing it back to me. And I'm also starting to work on the behind me command.
Very good.
And he's 3 months old.
Wow. So about what time will he be done? About a year, 2 years? How long does it normally take?
My last service dog was ready before a year. He was ready around 8 or 9 months, but I'm not really sure because this one's learning a lot faster than the old ones, but he's still got to be big before he's able to do his job to be taken seriously as a service animal. So I don't know, probably 6, 8 months, 8 months-ish probably.
Okay.
And then he'll be able to take over for the other one.
And then he'll be able to go into...
Yeah, that's when I will have all the paperwork done on him so that he can be licensed as a service animal. And then he'll get his vest and he'll get his ID and all his paperwork and all that. So then he can start doing his job and going with me everywhere.
Okay.
To hospitals, to the mall, to grocery stores, restaurants, planes, all concerts.
Okay, well, it sounds like you two have made a perfect pair.
Oh, he is. He's great. I got to see a whole bunch of the puppies, and we went through a really cool process where, for picking out which dog would work best for me, we went through all this stuff, which is kind of cool. I got to work with her on testing a whole bunch of dogs to see which ones were service dog capable, for which ones had the right temperament and were bright enough, because everybody seems to think, oh, my dog's bright, it can be a service dog, and there's so much more to it than that. I mean, it's gotta be calm, it's gotta be cool, it's gotta be collective, and so that was really cool. So it wasn't just here's a dog, it's gonna be your service dog. It's here's 10 dogs, and we'll see which ones like you, which ones don't care about you, and we'll take the ones that like you, and we'll pull them aside, and we'll start doing the testing, and we'll, as they pass the testing, the groupings get smaller and smaller, and it came down to a couple, and then it was like, okay, we'll do several days, with each dog and see which one works. And then I got him, which was the best possible choice ever, even though it wouldn't have been the one I picked at the beginning, but he is by far the best I could have.
Well, we are very happy that you have one of our dogs, and we're very proud of Crunch, and we hope that everything works out for you and him in the years to come.
Me too.
I think he's got a really special owner, and we're very proud to have you a part of VK9.
Thank you.